Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the weekly Ark podcast here with number 426. My name's Coach MT, and I'm going to be the host for tonight as Mr. Brett Nordin is here, and Atlas is out right now. Him and Alex are actually in Switzerland right now. They're doing some business trips, so they're running a little bit behind. Might be on a train somewhere, might be out of service, or I think they might have forgot about a time change. So it will be me and Brett here for tonight. Just a quick recording, giving you guys all the updates for today. Today is Thursday, March 7th. The sun is actually finally coming out here for me. I know Brett was just saying it is raining here for him, but hopefully the sun is shining for everyone else out there. It's a bluebird sky for me. The sun is coming and the heat is finally coming back too. It's been a cold week for me, but I was sitting in the sun yesterday. And speaking of things heating up too, holy, the crypto market has been doing some crazy things. I know Bitcoin is almost reaching its new all-time high. ETH is going crazy. The whole crypto market is kind of coming back, booming like 2 years ago, 3 years ago in the last bull cycle. I know the halving is coming up in May, so there's a lot of hype around that, and it feels like crypto is kind of making its comeback in the news cycle too. Everyone's kind of talking about it again, and I've noticed a lot of on ramp and off ramp people using the on and off ramps, the bridge as well. So we've had a lot of more traction on the air card too. But we did want to just talk about one thing. There was some Terra card maintenance going on. If you guys didn't see, if you're trying to load your Terra card, there is just a little bit of maintenance happening in the back end. They're still working on it right now, so we should have some more updates, hopefully by the end of the day today or tomorrow. They're just right now you cannot deposit on your Terra card. They're doing some maintenance on the deposit side of things, so that is still offline right now. We'll of course make an announcement for everyone that wants to load up their Terra card and go spend that crypto because it has definitely been going crazy. There's a lot of profits to be made right now, and for me right now, I've been taking profits. This is for me personally, no financial advice, of course, but these are the levels you probably want to start looking at taking some profits off ramp that. Go buy yourself something nice. Go use that air card, that Terra card, and spend your crypto in the real world. All in honesty too. That's the beauty of it. But we have some quick updates here from Mr. Brett Nordin. I will turn it over to him. Hope you're doing well, sir.
Yeah, we're doing really well. Yeah, things have been super busy. Yeah, thanks for the update on the bank API was down this last. I think it started on Saturday, some maintenance, and they haven't brought it back up yet. So unfortunately, the Terra card haven't been able to load on that. And I know we've got several people that have been actively using that card. And as you mentioned, the crypto markets turning back up, profits flowing through. I think we're at over I think it was were we at 2.5 trillion or so in the total market. So we have a ways to go to kind of hit targets, at least the old all-time high for liquidity in the crypto markets. Some people exclude Bitcoin, Ethereum. Look at the alts, depending on what you're investing in. But we've got quite a bit of room to grow. So hopefully the next 6-9 months really bring the returns that we're hoping for and really utilize those on and off ramps as much as we possibly can. So let's shift gears now and talk a little bit about the privacy products. We've had a really busy last couple weeks. The dev team's been working really hard. We're trying to push to get the production environment up and running for our beta testing, where we're going to beta test the core application, which is the decentralized password manager, VPN, the storage, and the email. We finished up all of the last little bits of the email service. We had to add the email signature and also figure out the threading piece of it, which using the decentralized storage is not trivial to do threaded emails, but we were able to pull that off. And so I'm just testing that now and going through the test net. With the dev team, we've been kind of going back and forth, which is I want to jump back into the test net and get as much feedback as I can to them today and tomorrow as well. But otherwise, everything is looking really great. The password manager is also fully operational, and we also have browser extensions. We did have a little bit of choice to make on the Mozilla. Mozilla has a V2 and a V3. I guess the V2 is not going to be supported in about 6 months or so. And so we're developing the extension for V3 and V2. So we had to kind of double our efforts there, delayed a little bit, but a few days of coding and getting that sorted and fixed. But otherwise, we're going to have browser extensions for the password manager, so you can do autofill, basically log into your password manager through the browser extension and manage your passwords that way. And then it, obviously it gets updated in the back end and through the decentralized storage where all the passwords are stored. So that's looking really nice, as well as the email, the alias email linkages as the identity shield, so that you can use individual email addresses for each of your password logins, which is huge. And then also the VPN, we're just now getting that live and active. We are looking at a script, which is going to be maybe an addition that happens before launch. I'm thinking we're trying to push this in. Basically, it's a script that will run on your entire desktop device. We do have full device coverage for Android as well as Apple, but for Windows machines, Mac OS, and also Linux, there wasn't initial coverage except for through the browser. So what we're looking at is a script that's already been developed by another group using a VPN. And we think we might be able to piggyback on that and use that script at least as a starting point to give full coverage to everything that you do on your desktop machine, which would be huge. We weren't planning on launching with that initially, but after we've been testing and using the VPN, I think it's a must-have. So we're probably going to try to pull that into the schedule here. So we're looking at the next couple of weeks. We want to get the production server launched and have beta testing start. I do have a nice list of community members. Thank you so much if you sent me your email address. If you do want to be included, we still have a few slots left. I think I've got 7 or 8 community members that have reached out to me. Just go ahead and DM me your email address and I'll add you to the list. We would like people that would like to spend some considerable time testing and providing feedback so that we can make adjustments and bug fixes and anything that people catch or find that might not be usable. But otherwise, I've got a pretty nice list started so far. And I think by sorry, my baby's yelling. By end of month, we'll be in the beta testing phase and well on our way to getting closer to production. So in April, we're looking to add the calendar as well as the web store and also add the, okay, 1 second. That's okay. Hold on. She's sad because her mom just came home.
No problem, no problem.
1 sec. We have a sick kid too. Our 4-year-old's sick, so yeah, my wife had to take her to the doctor, so it's on baby duty. So anyway, the where was I at? So in April, we're going to be pushing out the web store as well as the calendar. And there was one more thing. Let me think. I think that's it. The calendar, the web store, and then also getting ready for launch. Oh, and the payment system. So those are going to be the last few things that we have to put buttons up to finish up the minimum value product, the core application for our launch. And it looks like it's going to be in April. I don't want to say that it's going to be in March because we just have all this testing, and I think if people find issues or little bugs and things we want to update or improve, then that'll need to happen closely after that that beta test finishes up. That's about it. I think I was thinking if there's anything else. Oh, quick update on what Alex and Atlas are doing. We've talked before about the Swiss entity getting set up and having our bank account and kind of our business operation there. So they're over there in Switzerland right now, kind of having the final meetings. Atlas has been over there before, and so this is a follow-up meeting to that with the banks and getting our corporate structure and everything in order to get accepted there. So that's kind of a huge step for us in getting that set up. Atlas and Alex are also meeting with our kind of our channel partner that we've talked about before, the really big group that has 350,000 users all crypto investors and part of a very large group that have been testing out our on-ramp and as well as the air card. And so it's kind of a dual purpose meeting, but they're going to be there for the next couple of days, kind of knocking that out. And we need that entity to set up our Apple Store as well as our Google Play Store. So very important next couple of days. And hopefully when Atlas gets back, he'll have some updates for us on those couple items and just kind of the admin side of things to getting the corporate entity set up for the privacy products business. So yeah, that's about it from me. Did you have any questions, Mistletoe, stuff I might have missed?
Yeah, that's a huge update for one. Let's go. I'm definitely excited to hear more about it when we see them next week on the podcast again. But I think we did have a few questions. I don't know if you want to talk about it. Do we have any updates regarding Quant?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I missed that whole thing.
All good.
Yeah, we're still waiting a little bit for the API connection with our Binance accounts. There was some things happening on the Binance end as far as withdrawals and some other things, and so there's some delays in completing the testing for the transactions. But I think we've mentioned this before. We have been actively trading some of our treasury fund as well as some of the team funds. So we've all put money in. So we have a lot of skin in the game right now, and the results have been really, really going well. So we're hoping to flip that switch here within the next week or so. I think the last time Atlas gave an update on that, he's been really closer to that than I have. So I don't want to speak out of turn, but we're looking at probably the middle of March. I think March 15th is where we're at in terms of getting that to go live and started. So yeah, that's the last date that I saw and got for having everything completed and actually actively trading our funds, the community funds, with the trading group. So that's where we're at with Quant. Yeah.
I'm definitely excited for that. I know a lot of people have been asking when Quant. They want to see that dashboard number start changing.
Hold on, Brett. Are you saying that it didn't start yet? I misheard. You
No,
said it was trading, but the connection's not ready to show it, right? Or did we start?
No, there's two things. Maybe I gave too much information, but we're already actively trading. So we don't have the community funds yet involved in the trading. So we're waiting for the API connection to be available to us. There's several other groups involved in this as well that have funds that are waiting, and they're part of the test group. And so when all of that goes live, the date we have right now is March 15th. So that's the best information I can give you on that.
Okay, cool. Because you need the API to copy trade, of course. So that's
Yep.
why you need another week. Okay.
Yeah. And Binance did have this last week, things got pushed a little bit because Binance had some issues with withdrawals. And so when they were doing the testing, they ran into these issues moving funds in and out. And I don't know all of the details, but I know that impacted for a few days. And so they've pushed things out, just to make sure that everything's working properly. So I don't see any issues from the trading standpoint as far as like the performance of the trading's been amazing. It's just getting this API finalized and us up and running with live funds on Binance.
Let's go. That's awesome. That's really good news.
Yep. Yeah, we're excited.
Oh, everyone else here is too. I've definitely been getting a lot of DMs. When Quant is it starting yet? Can we see it on the dashboard?
Yeah,
but,
yeah, I know.
Next week.
Yeah, I think it's going to be next week. So, yeah, and if
Awesome.
Atlas was available, he could probably give you a much better answer because I know he's been in constant communication with them and trying to keep everybody, updated on our end, at least from the team side, as to what's happening. So we're all anxiously awaiting the gun to go off.
No, I think that's right because Alex had changed something in the Quant website. I think if you actually go on the Quant website, it does say it's starting March 15th. So a little bit of a note there. But yeah, I also do just want to remind everyone too, we have there's been quite a lot of new KYCs coming in for the Terra card. if you guys are someone in this call, or you're listening back on the recording, and you have a KYC sitting, and maybe you put it in like 2 weeks ago and it hasn't moved. There has been a lot of people I've tried reaching out to, but I think maybe they're just missing the emails, or emails are going into junk folders. So if you are waiting on a KYC for your Terra card, do send me a DM with your email, and I'll happily look into it for you to get that moving, because there's been quite a few people that just aren't replying to their emails. So definitely make sure to check on your junk folders for that. But I think that's it. Does anyone have any questions before we end the recording here for Brett? Seems like the village is fed. Everyone is well aware. All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming in today. We will definitely see you all next week, next Thursday. Hopefully that'll be the launch of the Quant. We'll have a lot more information of that. Alex and Atlas will be on the pod, and we'll get updates from their trip from Switzerland. So a lot of big news coming up, and we will see you all next week. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.
Thanks, everybody.